making his way to the ring. Please all welcome Connor Flasker.
And what a crazy thing for your last name to be champion.
Yeah, talk about the pressure, huh?
Wow.
That Combat Performance team, I think I've only seen them on one Fight For It card before. Connor Flasker, I've never seen fight before. But he looks in great shape for the weight class.
Absolutely.
His opponent making his way to the cage. Please welcome Weston Champion.
There's Weston Champion, who has hit a little bit of a growth spurt since the last time I saw him fight as well.
Isn't that weird being in the fight community and like seeing people evolve and grow? It's just wild. It's like really like a family.
Yeah, it's what me and Trevor were talking about in regards to the main event for MMA, Trevor Loken.
Grab yourself a seat. We are on the 10th fight of the night.
21 fights to go. You know, Trevor, he trained Trevor's older brother, Jeff Scott, and the first time that he ever saw Trevor in the gym, he was like 9 years old or 10 years old. And now tonight, he's cornering him, fighting for a title as a grown man. And it's just like, you literally saw him go from a boy to a man, you know? It's pretty crazy. Dale Fry following the action here.
All right, your blue corner fighter, standing 5 foot 11 inches tall, looking to get their first win in the cage. Fighting out of Combat Performance. Please make some noise for Connor Flasker. His opponent out of the red corner, also standing 5 foot 11 inches tall, looking to improve to 2-0 in the cage, fighting out of Gym. Oh, it's Weston Champion!
Touch of the gloves. It's crazy how similar these two look.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
Like
right?
two twins fighting.
Just a little bit of a height advantage and maybe a reach advantage for Champion.
Work the clinch.
Dale letting him hang out in the clinch for a long time, huh? It comes into a full-blown wrestling match there.
It really is hard for me to tell two apart. I gotta look at the gloves.
Yeah, that's Weston Champion in the red.
The southpaw.
Connor Flasker in the blue. Man, lots of clinch work here early on, and that's something that we really haven't seen in the amateur kickboxing, and it's really referee dependent. Like some referees, like Dale, they're going to let you work a little bit. You know, you have your guys like Donnie Jessup or you know, those guys that they'll let you work here a while. And then you have some guys who, as soon as that clinch gets introduced, they're going to break you up. Yeah, it's really dependent on who you've got in there with you as far as how much work you're going to be able to do.
Hey, I mean, if you are allowed to throw the knees and you're allowed to work the clinch, I definitely think that they should let them out, at least for a little bit.
That's why I definitely think there should be more.
I love seeing knees. I love throwing knees.
Me too. I think there should be more full rules Muay Thai fights in general because, the clinch is a bigger factor there. The knees are a bigger factor there. You just want to give fighters more tools to work with.
Great head movement from Weston, even though he's against the cage.
He is getting backed up, which I've never really seen from him before. Like, he normally
nice
is always
head
going
kick.
forward.
Oh, no, the barrage of punches.
Connor Flasker takes a few hooks there.
Push kick to the body. Oof, a nice body kick.
Yeah, Weston, in my opinion, taking his time a little bit too much here in the first round. I think he kind of spent this round on the back foot, just kind of feeling out Flasker. All right, round one in the books between these two nearly identical specimens.
I've just been confused the whole fight.
Love daily fantasy gaming, but wish there were some place that was dedicated to combat sports and didn't cater to football and basketball fans? Then I have the app for you. The Fight For It app hosts daily fantasy games that are tailored only to combat sports. Not only do we host fantasy games for our own events, but we host them for other major promotions around the world. From MMA to kickboxing, to boxing, to jiu-jitsu and wrestling. Just download the app using the QR code on the screen now and make your picks in a place that is solely for combat sports fans.
You subscribe to TaylorStarling.com. That's where you see the cat tattoos.
All right, Weston champion Connor Flasker, round two here at 125 pounds.
Nice.
Or 45,
right? Right for the clinch.
Yeah, immediately getting started on that clinch work again. I think that's been a big deal for Flasker. It's allowed him to get in really tight on Weston. And Weston's got a great front kick and a great jab that you got to get past to do anything.
Oof, that jab was very stiff.
Yeah, money for him. Ooh-wee. Pushing him back now. They're both kind of exchanging push kicks for punches. If it continues on like this for the rest of the fight, it'll be very hard to judge. Very hard to score, I think.
Especially when they both look alike. It's
no. If it's confusing you, then I can imagine that one of those
nice
judges.
spinning back fist by Weston. Flasker just overwhelming. I mean, man, they're really back and forth. Now Weston's got him on the cage. We're switching it up. It's very back and forth.
Yeah, it's as time has gone on and Flasker's gotten a little bit more tired. It's like Weston's strength is coming out on top in the exchanges, but Flasker's landing.
Right hand, man.
Flasker's landing on the way in, and that's really what's going to be separating them as the scorecards roll out if this fight goes to a decision.
And seeing that when a punch lands and it almost like Pez dispenser someone's head, that's huge.
Oh, I thought he was going to throw after the bell there. Nice control from Flasker.
You're doing great, Dale. I don't know if you heard me.
Oh. You might want to make a sign, I think.
Go, Dale.
Definitely lets us know it's around number 3.
Definitely having a better night than the last time he was at a Fight For It show.
Right up.
What happened the last time?
He just had an off night. Lots of weird finishes. Lots of weird calls in there.
Sometimes the fighters don't listen. It's stressful.
Yeah, just like everybody else. Sometimes you have a bad night at the office. All right, so from what I heard in that corner, from the combat performance corner, they like what Flasker's doing now. They just want him to hit on the exit as well as the entrance. So they like how he's coming inside, and he's eventually going to be forced out, but they're like, just throw something on the way out too to cover your ass.
Now, if you're in Weston's corner, what are you telling him? The headgear man, it's not
I honestly, you look like Hannibal Lecter there for a second. Honestly, the thing that Weston needs to do is he just needs to do more of what won him his last fight, which is going forward and throwing voluminous punches. I think that getting caught in this clinch exchange and entertaining it
it's frustrating.
is frustrating
I think
him.
Flasker's really frustrating him.
I think so too. He's just not really found that second gear yet. He's kind of been stuck in first gear for all 3 rounds.
But you know, stranger things have happened. We don't know what the judges are thinking tonight, so we'll see.
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
We got some spit flying.
There was a fight we were calling in Charleston a couple weeks ago where we thought we saw a tooth fly at us, and then we were like, is it on the table? Where'd it go? And then we found it. It was a contact lens.
Oh, my
Somebody
gosh.
got punched so hard their contact lens flew out.
Yeah.
Short time for Connor Flasker, Weston champion here. Spit and sweat flying in every direction.
They definitely haven't stopped.
This has just been a brutal
They got Dale.
brutal contest. Dale can't get out of the way fast enough. Yeah, Dale, gotta have a little
Don't
pep
hit
in your
Dale.
step in there.
They hit Dale, I gotta jump in.
And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where Flasker's whole strategy has been about stifling Weston, and if you're doing just enough to also come out on top in the exchange, you'll just win if you're stifling them. It's not enough to just stall. You have to stall and do a little bit to put yourself up in that situation.
To debilitate them.
And I think Flasker's done enough with the jabs. I think he's done enough on the entrances to win these rounds, especially these last 2 rounds. But we'll see. We shall see.
That was a great fight.
I think,
these fights have been nothing short of amazing.
I think Principal Trunchable over there is doing the scorecard, so I don't know which way this is going to go.
My favorite part of this whole night is I'm going to be braiding hair in between.
Oh, after you get off here, you
I
gotta go to hair braiding duties?
T-Flex's hair, and I'll come back and I'll be, I'm the woman of all trades.